All right, it's time for the fun part. This is where you create an order. It's where you get paid. So there are two use cases where you create an order. It's either you and the customer have already negotiated, so you know exactly what they want, and you've decided on the price. So you're using Bloompulse to just document the details and send them an invoice so that they can confirm everything is correct. The other use case is when the customer makes an inquiry and you're not quite sure how much to charge them. So you'd use Bloompulse to put it together so you can arrive at the correct price to send to them. That's what we're going to be doing there. So for this one, we're going to create an order for a 2-tier cake. The base will be a 10 inches cake and the top will be a 6 inches cake. It's going to have layers of red velvet and vanilla, and then we'll cover it up with a buttercream frosting and do some nice decoration on it. So let's do it together. So the first thing I advise is confirm that all your selling prices are set right for all the individual products that will go into the order, so that by the time you're putting it together, you're sure that you're selling it at the right profit. Okay, so I would first check the buttercream. So we don't have a selling price there. It's all 0. So I'm gonna set a price for this one, 8,000. Save. The other one I need to check is the vanilla cake. We're going to be using the 10 inches. So that is still 0. We can change that to something like 7,000. Save. So that gives us a 17% margin on that. All right, so now when it comes to sales, you go to sales and you say add order. And the first thing you want to do is put the customer name there. If it's an existing customer, you'd see the name on the drop down. If it's a new customer, you'll have to type it in. I'll choose the existing customer. And then here you can put the date the order came in and continue. And then here, we're going to put together the cake. First of all, let's put a name for the order item. So let's call it 2-tier birthday cake. Okay? So first thing let's add the vanilla cake, 10 inches. Let's add another vanilla cake. This time around, it will be 6 inches. Then let's add the red velvet cake, 10 inches. And let's add the red velvet cake, 6 inches. One thing you should notice that the selling prices can be changed here. So we could actually change this to 6,000 if we want, and change this as well to 6,000 if we want. So all the prices can be changed when you're creating the order. The next thing we want to add is the buttercream, the single batch, and let's add decoration as well. 10 inches for regular decoration. And so we have all the products that needs to go into making our 2-tier birthday cake, and the total price for this is 38,500. Looks good. And so you continue. If you've received payment, you can put the amount they've paid you. That's if you've received a down payment. If you received the full payment already, you can just click this and it will just put the full payment of the order. In our case, let's say we've not received any payment, and so we say create order, and voila, the order is created. Next thing we want to do is send the customer an invoice. So here we can see the information about the order, the 2-tier birthday cake. If you want, you can also rename this if you want to add more details to the name. You could also add a description if you want. By default, we add the names of all the products that are going into the order. You can confirm payment method. You can say add payment method and select the payment method you want. All right, so you can add your terms and conditions here. And then when everything is okay, you say send invoice. So you can send via email, WhatsApp, you can export as PDF. That's how you create an order. Now, after you've created an order, you send the customer an invoice. The customer makes a payment. How do you record the payment? Let me show you that. You go to the order and you can record a payment. The customer has paid me 38,500, and you save. And that shows the record of the payments. So at the end of the day, you can see the total production cost for your order, 26,500. You can also see that you're making a profit of 11,900 for this order.